The clock says 90 minutes. The game is not over. Nobody on the field is acting like it's over. And somewhere, the ref has decided privately, like it's none of your business, that there are 5 more minutes. In the NFL, the clock is sacred. We stop it for everything. Soccer looked at that and said, our clock only goes up, it never stops, and the ending is a surprise. Stick around because 10 minutes from now, you will never be confused by 90 plus 4 again. Class is in session.
Let's start with the part that breaks every American brain on contact. Soccer's clock counts up. It starts at 0, it climbs to 90, and it never stops. Not for fouls, not for injuries, not for substitutions, not for a guy rolling around holding his shin like it's been removed. The clock does not care. Now think about what we're used to. In the NFL, the clock is the whole sport. Incomplete pass, clock stops. Out of bounds, clock stops. 2-minute warning, the clock stops to announce that it will be stopping soon. We even have a clock for the clock, a 40-second play clock, to make sure nobody wastes the real clock's time. Soccer has one clock. It runs in one direction. And the referee is the only person on earth who can end the game. Not the scoreboard. The scoreboard in a soccer stadium is decorative. It's a suggestion. And my first reaction, maybe yours too, was, why? The ref is standing right there. He could just stop the clock. There's a button. Scoreboards can pause. They know this. They've decided not to. So if the clock never stops, what happens to all that wasted time? The injuries, the subs, the keeper retying his shoes for 45 seconds. That time is real, and the ref is keeping track of it. On his watch, in his head. That's not a joke. The official time of a soccer match lives on the referee's wrist. He's adding up the lost time as the game goes. Roughly 30 seconds per substitution, the full length of every injury stop, every video review, every goal celebration. Then, around the 90th minute, the 4th official, the one in the warm-up jacket standing between the benches, holds up a glowing board with a number on it. +4. That's the announcement. At least 4 more minutes. You want to know how that number gets calculated? The ref estimates it. The 4th official checks the estimate. Then they post it. 4. Could have been 3. Could have been 5. It's a guess. A licensed, professional, FIFA-certified guess. And here's the detail nobody tells you. That number is a minimum. The ref can play longer than the board says, and if somebody wastes time during stoppage time, he will. He just can't play less. So when you see 90 plus 4, read it as at least 4. The end of a soccer game comes with a while supplies last clause. Okay, but why? 2 reasons people give you, and 1 story that's actually true. The story first, because it's great. November 1891, Stoke is playing Aston Villa. Stoke's down a goal, 2 minutes left, and they win a penalty, a free shot, a gimme. And the Villa goalkeeper surveys the situation and makes a business decision. He boots the ball clean out of the stadium. By the time anybody finds it, time's up. Game over. Penalty never taken. Completely legal. That season, they changed the law. Time gets added so the penalty can happen. That's the seed of stoppage time, a rule that exists because one goalkeeper found the cheat code. And the cheat code was, make the ball leave. The bigger answer is tradition. Soccer's timing rules were written in the 1800s. No stadium clocks, no TV, 1 man, 1 pocket watch. The referee was the clock. And soccer, a sport that took about 130 years to warm up to instant replay, looked at that system and said, this is fine. It's still fine. The ref is still the clock. He just wears it on his wrist now. And the third answer, the one that actually makes some sense, is that a running clock fights time wasting. If the clock stopped on demand, a team that's ahead would manufacture stoppages all night. A clock that never stops means killing time doesn't work. The ref just adds it right back. In theory. In practice, teams that are ahead still milk the clock at the end of every single game. The keeper takes a scenic route to every goal kick. Guys cramp strategically. The corner flag becomes a teammate, which, to be fair, is what you're supposed to do. We, ice kickers, we take a knee. We are not above this.
Now the big one. An actual comment from an actual American that this video exists to answer, how do games end in ties if they get extra time? 4 question marks, because you've seen soccer games end at 90 plus 4, done, handshakes. And you've also seen soccer games go to extra time and penalty shootouts. Both are real. Here's the untangle. It's simpler than anyone explains it.
Stoppage time happens in every game. It's not overtime. It's not bonus soccer. It's the same game finishing its real length. 90 minutes plus the time that got wasted. Every match, no exceptions. The real question is, what if it's tied after that? And the answer depends on what kind of game you're watching. League play and the World Cup group stage, a tie is a final score. Both teams take their point and go home. Nobody plays on. The NFL lets a regular season game end in a tie too. It's just rare enough to feel like a glitch. In soccer, about a quarter of league games end level, and nobody blinks. Knockout games, where somebody has to advance, that's where extra time lives. 2 more halves, 15 minutes each. And here's the part I genuinely had wrong. It is not sudden death. They play all 30 minutes. You can score in minute 93 and still lose in minute 117. Soccer actually tried sudden death. They called it the golden goal. First team to score in extra time wins, walk-off style. It lasted about a decade, and it backfired completely. Everyone was so terrified of losing instantly that extra time became 30 minutes of nobody trying anything. They abolished it in 2004. Meanwhile, the NFL has rewritten its overtime rules, 4, 5 times in the last 15 years, still hunting for the perfect ending. Soccer's answer hasn't changed in over 20 years. Play all of it, and if it's still tied after 120 minutes, free throws. A penalty shootout. 5 shooters each, best score wins, and if that's tied, it goes 1 round at a time until somebody misses. The only sudden death soccer kept. World Cup finals, the biggest game on earth, have been settled by what is functionally a free throw contest. The entire sport has agreed this is normal. And why allow ties at all? Why not settle every game? Because of something you can't see on TV. A midfielder runs 6 to 7 miles per game. That's not a typo. Per game. Now bolt an extra 30-minute grind onto every Tuesday league game, 38 games a season. You'd have no players left by spring. So soccer saves overtime for the games that actually need a winner and lets everything else end level. One last thing, because it changed recently and it will mess with you this summer. FIFA got tired of the guess being low. For decades, the added time math was generous to the time wasters. 3 minutes posted while 6 were lost. The ball was actually moving for less than an hour of the 90. So starting at the last World Cup, FIFA told its refs, count everything. Every celebration, every review, every sub. For real this time. The result? Games over 100 minutes became normal. One match, England against Iran, had nearly half an hour of added time. The board went up and it looked like a misprint. So at this World Cup, when the board says +10, that's not a glitch. That's the new math. The minutes were always missing. Now, they get paid back, which gives you your one rule for watching. Never leave at 90. The number on the board is a minimum. The ref is the only person who knows the real ending, and late goals are a soccer specialty, because by then, somebody's desperate and somebody's exhausted. The last 5 minutes of a soccer game are the most honest 5 minutes in sports. So, why does the clock hit 90 and they just keep playing? Because the clock was never the boss. The ref is, and he's not telling you what he's thinking.